So it begins. March 20th. Got some turkey targets. We're gonna shoot our guns. Sylvan and his son come over today. We're gonna pattern some turkey loads. Less than a month, we're heading to Nebraska. High and right. So now he's just right, but that's gonna be emphasized more as you go out.
Right.
Now it's way over. First shot, double X. You got good coverage and your pattern's very centered. If anything, it's a touch low.
Huh.
Going to the TSS here on the upper target. Pattern's a little left, but it's tight. I mean, they're both dead birds.
Yeah.
Alright, now I'm going to shoot Winchester Super X 5-shot and the Remington 3-inch 5-shot out of my 935.
Wow, in fact, it's totally low.
Alright, ready for the next one?
Oh, yeah.
So we got a result that is very similar. On the right's the Super X, the left is the Remington. My gun's shooting a little low. Alright, so what I figured out was at 40 yards, this here was the Remington and this was the Super X. And my pattern is obviously pretty low. There's not a whole lot up there in the head and neck. Most of them are low on both shots. And I like to have the top of my bead like right there at the wattles. I want to see that from the top of my middle finger up, so that when I'm following that bird with the gun, you know, it's right there. I can see where he's at. I don't want to cover that bird and not see what he is because my bead's covering his head. I don't want to do that. That's not how I shoot. But in order to get my pattern right, I had to do that. Here's one at 50, covering his head. And there's one at 40, covering his head. And you can see how much better the pattern is. Still could even be a little bit higher. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to get some sights, which I was never much of a sight guy, but in order to get my elevation, I either need a really tiny bead for on the end of my shotgun, which will basically bring my point of impact up, or I'm going to have to get a rear sight to adjust my elevation. So gun shoots though, just like my old 935, so that's a plus. Hey, it's 1 week later here and I'm going to shoot this 935 again. I got these True Glow sights in the mail. Boy, they were hard to find. I don't know if it's because of COVID or what, but I had to get them through gun shop Guns and Gear in Massachusetts, so I was glad to get them and install them this week. So now I can get my elevation corrected. Okay, I just have a dove load in here. I'm going to shoot and see. I'm about less than 20 yards, or right about 20 yards. I want to see how close my point of impact is to the sights. Get this thing sighted in before I shoot some more expensive turkey loads. Okay, well I adjusted my sight a little bit to the left. Alright, I'm shooting. That is what I wanted. As you can see, that pattern there is off to the right, so I moved my sight and I got it all centered up on that dot. Okay, I have a Super X I'm gonna send one down here. This is probably. We'll go see what that one did. I was holding right on the neck, and as you can see, it's just the slightest bit high. And I walked it. It's actually closer to 30 yards. So I'm gonna go ahead and step this target back a little ways. I'm gonna take the target back to 40 yards and shoot there and see how it patterns, maybe 45 or so, and see how that patterns. 30 is I'm very happy with. All right, this will be 45 yards with copper plate. My turkey picture is kind of cruddy on this one. I threw it together quick, but you get the gist. I mean, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 pellets in the head at 45 yards. You can see that pattern opened up, and I believe my pattern's to the right a little bit, and that's more than likely me. I flinched pretty hard when I have the safety on that first time I went to shoot, so. But I'm pretty happy with that. But here's another close-up of the 30-yard target. That's with those new True Glow sights at 30 yards with a 3-inch Super X copper plate number 5s. And then this is the 45-yard target, so you know, at 15 yards really starts opening up, but I mean, it's still definitely a dead bird. So same shell, but you know, with those fine sights on that 935, really helps you be more accurate. Now this gun here I just picked up. I just picked up yesterday from a gun shop. It's a 1970 870 Wingmaster. Takes 2 3/4 and 3. I like how there's no carving on it or checkering. It's just walnut. And it was dirty. It needed cleaned up. I took it apart and cleaned it up, and I pretty much Scotch braided the walnut stock and cleaned it up, and then put some Johnson's paste waxed on there and cleaned it up. But overall, I mean, there's a little bit of, you know, wearing in the blue and a little bit of surface rust, but overall it's pretty good. It has an adjustable choke, so I have a Remington turkey choke in there. So I did not film this, but I shot it with a Longbeard XR at 30 yards just to see how it would shoot. I wanted to get an idea for this will be my backup gun this spring for when I go to Nebraska. And who knows, we'll see how things go. I might just want to go shoot one with it. But it's a really nice gun. I'm glad I got it, a quality 870. So, I'll show you the target here. That's 30 yards with a Longbeard XR. Well, I know it wasn't the most exciting video, but we got our guns squared away, and that's one step closer to being prepared to shoot a bird. So, got a few more things we're gonna go over, but we pretty much got our gear list done and our route in check, and we'll be leaving the 15th and coming back the weekend of the 25th, a week before PA's opener. So pretty excited. You know, I farmed out in Nebraska for 4 summers, and you know, having private access is going to be great. Just having that connection there. You know, not everybody has that, so I'm pretty excited about it. And we're expecting to get into birds. I know the population is doing really well. And if it's not as good as we expected, we always have the Pine Ridge north of us to hunt. So we'll be in the central panhandle, hunting several private ranches. So hopefully we'll have some good footage to bring to you in the coming weeks here. About 3 weeks we'll be heading out. So catch you with you later.